Hi, it's Herbalist Luna of Skin Side Out Botanicals, and today we're in Luna's Transition Kitchen and we're going to juice beets, carrots, and apples. So first I wanted to show you that I have my carrots here, and all my carrots are not orange. These are called, they came out of their Cal Organic Farms, and they're rainbow carrots. So they're carrots that are multicolored. So I've got an orange and a white color. And I'm going to juice these because I've had them in the refrigerator for a while. So before I juice them, I'm going to show you that I am going to use my peeler to peel this skin off, which is something I don't usually do. But what I would suggest for you is, if you're going to juice the carrots, bite the carrot, see what it tastes like with the skin on. If it's not a pleasant taste, because sometimes you can get carrots that don't taste the way that you want them to, then you can decide whether or not you want to peel. So I'm going to move you over here to my sink where I'm peeling. The white ones I've already peeled. So I've got an orange one, and I'm going to show you how to use a peeler. You want to peel away from you. And it's a light. You don't have to use very much pressure. You just rotate your carrot. Now you want to go up some. Rotate your carrot. Turn it around so that you're going away from you to get the rest of that peel off. It's as simple as that. And I've got one more carrot over here that I'm gonna also take the end parts off because they've been in there and they've gotten dry. So I'm gonna cut that little end in it. And it's something that I don't usually do, but because the carrots aren't as fresh as I want them to be, I'm taking that part off. Turn it over. And you don't have to get all of the peel off if you don't want to. It's really up to you when you're juicing, how you want to do that. You see that little brown part there? I'm going to take my knife and just cut that off. And the end of my carrot there, I'm going to take that off. And there we go. Also, I have my beets. I've got 3 beets. And I took my beets came with the beet greens. It came with tops. So I cut the tops off, and I've already sauteed and eaten those. So now what I need to do is I'm going to cut off this very end here. I'm going to cut the very end off, and I'm going to cut the top part off. And I haven't washed the beet yet, so you see that the beet still is a little dirty there. Once I cut those tops off in the end, I'm going to wash the beet, and then I'll decide if I want to peel the beet, because I'm going to taste the beet after I wash it to see what it tastes like. See, now I'm going to get a little trash bag or just a bag like the bag that you get with the produce in it. I'm going to get those peels out of my sink. There we go. That's good. Set that to the side. Cold water. And my faucet here, I don't usually wash my produce this way. Well, I haven't been, but I have now a faucet that has the filter on it which is really good for filtering my water. So I'm not worried about like straight tap water. I don't have a brush over here that I'm going to brush these with. Let's see, I'll use this brush. That way I know I'm brushing off that excess dirt on the peel of the beet. And I love beets, not only juiced, but in salads. My favorite way to have beet is roasted. There we go. All right. Let's see what my beet tastes like here with the peel on. I think I'd rather have my beet peeled. So I'm gonna take my peeler. Yeah, because the skin is a little tough. There we go. It doesn't even want to come off well. There we go. So I know I'm getting some of it off, even if I'm not getting all of it. And I might have to apply a little pressure to get my beet peeled here. There we go. I got that one. Yeah, there we go. Oops. And beets will stain your hands, so if you're worried about that, just wear a glove when you're working with the beets. Yeah, I don't have to have all of that one off. That one's not too bad. Because I'm going to cut them up into little pieces so that they fit into my juicer. Because I can't put the whole beet in there. I don't have that type of juicer where the mouth is wide for you to put the whole piece of fruit in. I'm going to get my cutting board in just a second. Okay, I think that's peeled well enough. I'm going to get my cutting board, which is behind me here. Say, once again, she's not ready. Move these out of the way. Let's move you over just a little bit. And you be careful with the beet because the beet will move. You don't want to cut your hand, so you want your beet to be flat on the bottom, on the top. You don't want to sit it on the side where it'll roll around where you're trying to cut it. You want it on the flat portion. And I'm going to cut that again in half so that I ensure that so if it's this size, I'm going to half it. That way it ensures to go into my juicer with no problem. So this size beet, I'm going to cut it in half. So I definitely have more beets than I do carrots. So we'll see what this tastes like. Now I do have some more carrots in the refrigerator. So if it doesn't taste to my liking, I will just add some more carrots. And I also have my apples over here. I have 2 apples that I definitely want to get rid of that have been sitting a little longer than they normally would, just because I didn't get to them over the course of last week. I bought them last week. So something that you feel like, it might not be that good to eat, you can definitely juice it. get the juice out of whatever it is. And you know, once you juice, fresh juice, you should drink within a 24-hour period. But if you think you can't get it within that 24-hour period, put it in a container. And if you can, get those glass containers that you can use in your freezer and freeze it. So I have a Granny Smith apple here, and I have a, this is Chilean, but I think it's like, it's a Fuji apple that came from Chile. So I'm going to take the tags off and wash them, and then I'll cut them up. On this same cutting board with the beet, because all that's gonna go together anyway. And of course I'm gonna do the same thing with my apple. I'm gonna make sure that I cut it small enough. Now, seeds, the seeds of the apple, I'm not gonna get rid of that. That's the core of the apple. I'm gonna juice all of that. And I know I've heard people say, well, the seeds of the apple contain cyanide. That's not enough cyanide to kill anybody. And the core and the seed of the apple is not going to be within the juice anyway. A little bit of it might get ground, but usually the seed, since it's so small, comes out untouched. One more apple, the green one now. And green apples are what I usually, and this I call it a green apple, but it's a Granny Smith apple. So it's the apple that has a little sour taste, but that sour pairs well with whatever else you are you're juicing. Yeah, we're definitely going to use all of this. Now, as for my carrots, I may cut them in half, but I don't think that I'm going to cut the carrot. I can put that carrot into the juicer as is, and we'll see what happens. All right, let me get the top to the juicer. I'm going to turn you around just a little bit more here so you can see exactly what I'm doing. I'll move this here. Juicer back a little bit. There we go. Alright, the first thing I'm going to put in there is the carrot, and we're going to see what happens with this carrot. This is my little plunger. Yeah, yes. Carrot juice. Add some beets. I like to alternate the vegetables, the fruits. And I also hear people say, don't mix your fruits with your vegetables. But the apple will give the right flavor help give the right flavor for the juice. It'll add a little sweetness to the juice if it's too tart. But you know that beets themselves are not sour. Beets are sweet. That's looking real good. I love that color. I know, I'm gonna add another carrot in there in just a second. There we go. You go with the carrot. And you can tell when you put something else in there because the color of the pulp starts to change. Get me some more beets here. When you're juicing, experiment with your juice. You know, there's no one thing that you have to juice together with something. If there's a different type of apple you want to use with your juice, if you want just straight beet juice, you know, that's all up to you. Straight carrot juice. I also sometimes pair my carrot with oranges. So I'll have a carrot orange type of juice, apple and pears. It's up to your taste. And if you find that the juice is like you're not used to juicing yet, and you feel like the juice is too sweet, or you want to stretch your juice, add some distilled or some spring water to your juice. All right, we're almost done here. Cut my fruits and veggies just to the right consistency. So for whatever juicer you have, just make sure that you cut them up well so that you're not struggling trying to get them through the mouth of the juicer, and then you get frustrated. I'm a person who, I'm sure you guys know when I do some videos here in Luna's Transition Kitchen, that I will juice early in the morning before I go to work. But it's okay if you juice the night before. Make sure that you have your juice in a jar that's filled to the top so that your juice doesn't oxidize as much and you don't lose any of that flavor. Okay, that was, oh, I still have a carrot. I thought that was everything. Yeah, so your juice doesn't oxidize. And then if you don't want to carry that much juice with you to wherever you're going, or you don't want to drink that much juice at that time, just, you know, pour it into something else and have your drink. It doesn't have to be complicated. All right, that was my last carrot. I'm going to turn around. Ooh, beets. See what the beets will do to you? But during the course of the day, that'll wear off. And it's sweet. Let me get a spoon so we can get a taste and see what it tastes like. Okay, so now the juices stop dripping out of the juicer. So that's all that I'm going to get out of there. But when you pull your juice container from underneath your juicer, especially with these beets, make sure that you take the one that catches the pulp and put it under there immediately so that you don't stain your countertop. Now I'm going to stir that. It has a little foam on it. If you don't like the foam, most juicers come with the strainer. Strain it off. For me, I know you guys have heard, I don't care about the foam. I drink foam and all. I think it's good. I like the foamy. And for me, that's perfect. All right, that's it from the Transition Kitchen today. Apple, beets, carrots. Simple juice. A simple juice. And it's sweet. Not because I added the apple, but because the beets are sweet anyway. So I think the tartness of the apple probably cut the sweet a little bit, or either it made it sweeter. I really don't know. Either way, it's a great juice. All right, you guys, have a great day. Most of all, have a healthy day. Bye.